I'm Don Brown of Don Brown's Funeral Home. First, we're giving honor to God for allowing us to be here this afternoon and doing things in the community that I serve. I am very committed to the community that I serve. And doing so, we have always tried to do things that honor and respect the dignity and the respect of the deceased should be maintained at all times. And I always try to find a way to give back to the families that I have served in the past. And I always would give them a token of love. But when I came in contact with Funeral Gift has really set apart gifts that has been giving, and we give it as a token of love to every family that we serve. As you see here tonight, I have Mrs. Leggett with me and her son. Mrs. Leggett, I funeralized her husband on Friday. And as you see, we custom designed this throw here, which represent a token of true love to her husband, Trustee Billy Ray Leggett Sr. Miss Leggett, how did this throw make you feel?
Okay, I like this blanket the way Don Brown did it because it seems very special. My husband has a special chair that he sits in, and I throw this blanket over the chair, and when I come in the house, I can say, "Hi, honey," or "Hi, Bill." It's like he's sitting right there on the chair, and I really appreciate Don Brown Funeral Home for giving us this in remembrance of my husband, Billy Ray Leggett Sr.
And I like how I can still look at him in the house. So it's like he's a father figure, like he's still there. Even though he's gone physically, he's still there spiritually, watching over me.
So you're saying that, other words, that what we created here really still give you, physically he's not there, but spiritually, just he's still warm.
Yes.
And love is still in the room.
That's true, yes.
And again, on behalf of my staff and myself, we say thank you for trusting, first, the friendship that me and your husband share, and second, the opportunity to be a servant as he transitioned to God. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am this afternoon honored again to be able to stand with a family member that we had the opportunity to serve in the past. And serving his mother, which was Pastor Bernard, who was a soldier, took care of so many people, made ministers that was in my family to be able to be good ministers coming out of her church. And it's an honor to be able to be a servant in the community. But as I said earlier, you don't know what to touch a family. Her son, Pastor Willis Bernard, is with me this afternoon. And I asked him for a picture of his mom, and asked him for a picture. He had no idea what I was going to do. He walked into the funeral home and to the chapel where we are tonight, and he said, "Wow, man, that is nice." So Pastor Bernard, in doing so, in designing this, and if you notice, the program was designed the same way as you see your mother throw. How did this make you feel?
I tell you what, this was a sweet touch to a great homegoing service by Don Brown's Funeral Home. I thank God for this young man putting something like this together. Because that's Mama in a robe that people that were very sick were healed. And that's the picture of her in a robe that she had also touched people that were terminal that came back to life. So I thank you for putting together something like this. It not only shocked me, but the entire family. And we were excited when we saw this. Because I've never seen anything like this before. But it just gets me closer to the spirit of my mother and closer to my brother in Christ, Don Brown. So I say I thank you for this opportunity to give back to you as you have given so much to us in our hour of grief. God bless you and we love you.
Thank you. Once again, I'm with another family that has been touched by the love that we express through Funeral Gift. And again, I am with a family tonight that is a very dear friend of mine, Elder White, Elder TERESA White, have been dealing with me for a long time. She's also going through a transition right now. She has a family member that will be funeralized on Saturday. But God is still going to carry her through. And as we look back tonight at a picture of her beautiful mother, Elder Ruth Baker, we think about Mother Baker has been spiritually touched and led by they even have a lot of ministers in her own family, even have a bishop in her family. I asked Elder White for the picture of her mom. She had no idea on what I was going to do with it. And Elder Baker, I'm grateful that we would be able to, you always talked about flowers and how things touch your mom, and when we designed this here, we had your mother in heart. We don't give gift, we give love. And this is an expression of love of your mom. And you are a sample of love. And I just want to ask you, how do you feel about the love that we shared with you?
First of all, as Brother Don began to talk and say about the love, he exemplifies so much love to families that come here. And he goes above and beyond. And this went above and beyond. I could take this home and I don't put it in a curio. I lay it out. So when the family walk in the door, anyone walk in, they can see this smiling face. And it makes the children stop grieving because they feel like she's still here. And they see it. That's why you can say this man, he's a great man that knows his job. And he loves people. And this is what he done. And I love it and I cherish this. When you have a parent that lived with you, and mom lived with me for 9 years. And you can imagine how I feel when I walk in the house and that person isn't there. But I've laid this in her chair that she always sat in. And that gives me so much comfort. Thank you, Brother Don. You are awesome. And this funeral home is awesome.
Love you. Again, I'm with another family that lives here in my community. Tonight I'm with Mr. Quinley Burney. His mother, Miss Shirley Burney, can't be with us tonight, but she sent the best representative that she had, and that's her son. And me and her son and her late husband, Deacon James Ray Burney, was real good friends. I funeralized his brother. And in doing so, when his brother passed, we took the headstone and we designed his headstone with tractors and corn, because he was a farmer. So in continue with designing things, we come into funeral gift. And funeral gift has really been stepped above, where we don't give gifts, we give love. And tonight I want to have his son to express the love that he feels that is into this lovely throw that we, along with the guidance of God, was able to design with that beautiful smile of his father. But how that makes you feel?
I feel as though my father is still here in the spiritual realm, because I have two of them. I had one in front of the house and I have one in my bedroom, and I have it hanging up. And even though he's not here in the physical, but he's still here spiritually, it's just like I can talk to him and just see his smiling face and I can go on about my day.
So you're saying that you got another one, we ordered another one for you, and we ordered about 3 or 4 in the family for the same family. So what I'm saying is, it's all in presentation, and it's all in how you present your love to family. We don't give a gift. As I said, this is not a gift. This is a token of love. And if we base our theory on love, we will be able to grow our love as it continue to grow us. And again, to Mr. Bernie and your mom and everyone, on behalf of our staff, first we thank you for the friendship, and second, we thank you for the love.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, we coming to the end of our presentations for tonight, and I say this one for last because this young man here was a real good friend of mine. He really respected me as a young man, and he always made it clear to his family that if I die before y'all die, hey, well, two people need to be involved in my funeral. That's Don Brown and Bishop C.R. Parker. He had a lot of confidence in us. And it's great when the elder people can trust a young person, because sometimes we mean well, but things change. And tonight, I have his daughter with me, who lives almost around the corner from me. And as you see your father here, you had no idea at the funeral that you was going to get presented to this. You didn't know who was going to get it. And we designed this, and we put him in the clouds. And we also got him, he always saluted. Now, he was clean. He was almost 90-something years old, but he was a clean, well-respected young man. I wouldn't dare call him an old man. He was a young man. And I just want to ask his daughter, when you stood up that day and I called you to come to the front of the church and present this token to you, how did you feel?
I felt very warm, and I was really shocked because I'm coming back to the night we came here. I know Mr. Brown said he wanted a picture of my father. I had no idea what he really wanted. I thought the picture was going to be on the obituary. So when I walked in, my nephew said, "Aunt Tish, who did the picture of granddaddy?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And he showed me his phone. I said, "Oh my God." I said, "It's Mr. Brown." I just gave him the picture of my dad. It brought tears to my eyes, and my entire family loved it. And Mr. Brown is the type of man, he made us feel very warm. And so 9 months since we lost our mom, and Swenson had her body, and Don Brown, excellent from beginning to the end. And the day he told me to sit up in church and gave me this, my heart just dropped. So I had to throw in my living room so I could see my dad. I talked to him. I still cry. I laugh. Because like I said, I used to live right down the street from his church. And he come through my yard, 222. He going to church. Come back, 22. If I cook, he stop and eat. Not, he go on back home. But I mean, Mr. Brown did a superb job with our father. You know, I mean, we can't ask for nothing better. And like Mr. Brown said, from day one, my dad said if anything ever happened to him, Mr. Brown and Bishop Parker will do his funeral. I used to see Mr. Brown in the store. He said, "I see your dad, he come by here. If anything happens," he said, "Mr. Harper, just live. You're not going anywhere, just live." Well, Daddy knew anything happened to him, Mr. Brown was going to take care of him. He did a superb job with our father.
I want to thank you for sharing your dad. And, you know, I got emotional at the funeral because as a young man, you don't know where your blessing comes from. And to give someone a token of love as funeral gift has given to so many families, so many funeral directors that has used their product and turned it into a token of love. It has been a blessing to so many families. And I just want to thank Funeral Gift for allowing me and my families to be able to share as their loved one has transitioned to God. And to my friend, weeping endure for a night, but joy gonna come. Keep the faith. God bless you.
Thank you.
Last year, at our annual memorial service, we presented this throw to the families to let them know this is what we will be giving them in the upcoming year. And as you see, it has myself as Don Brown as the funeral director, Ms. Linda Tucker Gooding, funeral director, Kathy Venable, office manager, Charles Edwards, funeral director. And as we put together this great team that we have through Don Brown's Funeral Home, we're able to show you that we give the same love to ourselves as we give to the family that we serve. And again, Funeral Gift, thank you so much for thinking about something that will really show love and continue to grow spiritually and physically within a family. Because spiritually, you're here. Physically, you transition. But coming home from a bad day and just go and sometime, as the books say, touch the hem of his garment, it really make you feel that you're right there with him. And so many families transition through this to keep them strong. They said just coming home, talking to mom, talking to dad, or talking to whomever it was that transitioned, it gave them peace. And again, on behalf of staff and management of Don Brown Funeral Home, we thank you.